What's up guys, Momojiri here, and I have an exciting video for you guys today. So, we just saw the press conference for everything Pokemon related that's coming out within the next year, but we don't know everything about Sword and Shield yet. And we know it's coming out later this year, and that next week, I think June 5th, I want to say a Wednesday, at about 9 a.m. Eastern time, we will get a 15-minute Pokemon Direct, and we'll be able to find out and get more information on new Sword and Shield games. So before that comes out, I want to give some speculations of what I want to see, what I hope they will put into the games when they come out, and it is new evolutions. If you haven't seen or haven't noticed, after Generation 4, they stopped making new evolutions for old Pokemon, and I find that a little weird. So in the coming generations, all they did was make new Pokemon and forget the old Pokemon a little bit. And Gen 8 is double Gen 4, so I think it's going to be another remake of old Pokemon. Unless Diamond and Pearl remakes will be coming right after this, so then we'll get even more evolutions. But I want to talk to you about some Pokemon today that I really want to see evolve in Gen 8 with the new armored evolutions that some people have been talking about, or just new evolutions entirely. And we're going to start the list with Ditto. Ditto is an amazing Pokemon that I really want to see evolve. He has an amazing ability to transform into any Pokemon that he sees and can copy their moves, but I feel like he could go further. And I know the speculation is that he's a failed copy of Mew, because he can transform into any Pokemon just like Mew can, learn any move basically just like Mew can, and yes, so Mew would be the evolution or the original strain of Ditto, but I feel like technology could go a long way, and come on, anything can happen in the Pokemon world. We made Pokemon for Pete's sake. So I think Ditto will be a great Pokemon to evolve in the next game. Then we're going to go into the next one, which is, what did I call it? Luvdisc. Luvdisc is another Pokemon that I really want to see evolve, because it's like the heart Pokemon, the love Pokemon. Why wouldn't you want something like that to evolve again? Come on guys, it's a little tiny thing, and Alola from I think Gen 5 I believe look like a straight up evolution to this guy, and they didn't make it a thing. Come on, there's like just little things you can do to just push along the evolution, and it's okay that old Pokemon evolve. I know we're looking for new Pokemon and everything, and it doesn't make quite much sense when old Pokemon just evolve out of nowhere. But like some Pokemon evolve when they learn a new move, when they're in a new area, and it was like mainly for canon and stuff like that. But we can still, you know, go along with it and just keep evolving. And Luvdisc can make another, it could evolve into an evil Pokemon. You never know, you know, love turns to evil sometimes, and maybe it can work, you never know. Let me see. Another Pokemon that I want to see evolve, let me see, where are you? Tauros. I want to see, I want to see Tauros evolve. That is not how you spell Tauros. How do you spell Tauros? T-A-U-R-O-S. I really want to see Tauros evolve. It's like, they made Bouffalant in Gen 5, right? And Bouffalant looks up a straight evolution to this guy. And the fact that they did not make him into an evolution kind of makes me upset. Like, it's okay to evolve. And he was part of Gen 1. He was a really big thing of Ash's Pokemon. And come on, he's so angry that he just stampedes for years. And come on, we could harness that and evolve it. Give him 4 horns, 2 heads. Do something with those tails. He's a really weak Pokemon. in retrospect. And I would like to see him evolve, you know, into normal fighting. No, we have too many fighting. Let's give him like normal water, normal ice. Come on, something different. Normal steel, maybe? Ooh, steel. I like that for him. Make him a steel type. Come on. Alright. Then we're going to go. I probably will not be spelling this correctly. Oh, wait, but he is here. Not fully. So, next one I want to see is Farfetch. Ooh, that's a large one. Bam! And don't mind the Farfetch Japan, is because I just caught him in Japan and I wanted to use this one because he is special to me. So number 13, oh, that's a money sign, is Farfetch. Ah. Because he's another Gen 1 Pokemon, didn't see much love, is very weak, could use an evolution, turn him into, I mean, he has a leak for Pete's sake. Evolve him into, you know, a grass flying or a grass normal type. Anything to give him some more power. Come on. I want to see him be able to just go further. Like, turn the leak into a stalk. Make him big and buff and just turn it like Conko did. You know, he had a little cinder block. Then he had a metal thing, and then he just has gigantic boulders of destruction. Give him like a giant plant like Venusaur or something. I don't know. He looks like a cool Pokemon. Ooh, now this one. Hopefully other people agree with me on this. G-I-R-A-F-A-R-I-G. Girafarig! Come on, guys, think about it. Girafarig is such a cool Pokemon, and it has, you know, a lot of hidden potential with that weird-ass tail it has. And, I mean, they don't really explain what it does at all. Kind of like Wobbuffet. Wobbuffet and Girafarig kind of look like, make me think of really evil Pokemon or man-made Pokemon that have this hidden thing about them that no one knows. Like, everyone thinks that Wobbuffet is that little tiny thing in the back, and the front blue part is like like a shield for him. And it could evolve, the thing could like take it over, you know, with Paris. It has the parasite on its back, and then when it evolves, it takes over, its eyes turn completely white. And the virus has taken over Parasec's body. But I mean, it can be a thing. They really should make Girafarig into another evolution. Now, maybe some of you guys know about this one, or maybe not. This one is called Minor, or Min something. And it's a Pokemon that, when it takes a certain amount of damage, breaks out of the cocoon it has, and just floats around like this weird star thing. But I think it could evolve further. Minor is, it has a great design. It could turn into a bigger star, maybe a black hole. I think that's going too far. Or its evolution could just be a giant explosion of planets and stuff. It's a Pokemon that I feel needs to go further. They stopped too early, and maybe in another generation, another region, it evolves for some strange out of nowhere reason. Now, another Pokemon that has a really nice ability that could, you know, get some benefits from evolving is Smeargle. I always spell his name wrong. RGO. Smeargle is, come on, it's a really cool Pokemon. Any move that he sees, he sketches and he's able to learn. I mean, he can only learn about 10 moves because I think he learns Sketch every 10 levels. But come on, this Pokemon is so revolutionary. And also, where did he come from? Why does he have the same capabilities of Mew and Ditto? Could learn anything really. And I feel like they could make him into a giant sketch artist, and he could pick and choose what moves he learns from the opposing team. He could make it so that his ability powers them up, any moves that he learns. He has ability that could just take anything, maybe learn moves on your team. I mean, Smeargle can go very, very, very far with his evolution. And I would like to see that. Come on, it's a great Pokemon. Now this one, I mean, you might not agree with, but Dunsparce is another one of those Pokemon that I think needs an evolution. It's just, I know a lot of the Pokemon on this list are like normal types, but I mean, they kind of really made it that way. Like, Dunsparce is just this little thing that has a cool ability, I think, in the main series games, but it doesn't really do anything. It's one of those dex fillers, and it's a cute little thing, but I mean, it could evolve. It could be like a normal fairy type. It looks almost like a fairy. It just, like, needs to stand up, get 4 legs, or maybe 2 legs, wings. Like, Dunsparce looks like he's a cocoon that needs to evolve. And I think Gen 8 should be the game that he evolves in. He has no special moves, nothing really special about him. Sometimes I get confused as to where I look to, you know, figure out who he is. But, like, he seems cool. I think he should evolve. Another Pokemon that I feel like is waiting for an evolution is Qwilfish. Hold on. And Qwilfish is an amazing looking Pokemon. Like, look at him. I mean, that's really all he got. He's just a pufferfish. Expands, poisons, that's it. He doesn't really have much going for him, but maybe he can evolve into a bigger pufferfish. Or, an armored pufferfish. Like, make him into a poison steel. Or a water steel poison. I want to keep the poison. Like, poison steel, poison water. Now, poison steel sounds fun. Can't poison himself. And I think Qwilfish can really look forward to an evolution because it's such an amazing looking Pokemon. And I want him to get a better ability. I want him to just go really far. And I'm really hoping and wishing and all that. But I mean, come on, let's go. Okay. So this one, maybe you won't agree with because her design's probably finished. But come on, Miltank. Or Miltank. I think it's Miltank, yeah. Miltank, it's kind of like Tauros, right? Tauros is the bull, Miltank is the cow. But I mean, they could both evolve. Like, don't just stop the design there. I feel like she deserves so much better than that. Just make her into a really brawling Pokemon. Like, roll out, make her into a normal steel type. Like Ironclad. Because remember, in Gen 2 with Whitney, yes, she was a really tough opponent with Miltank because your Pokemon were like 20s and she has good attack and defense for a level 20 Pokemon. Because she's a basic Pokemon, like only a single stage evolution. Or a single stage Pokemon that doesn't evolve. And she has really good defense and everything, but I want to push her further. I want more things to come out of Miltank. And I don't really have much to say about Miltank, but you know, I really want to see Miltank go further. Now, another Pokemon that has an ability that I feel like we can really exploit and use is Kecleon. Number 8. Kecleon. Kecleon is a Pokemon with the ability to camouflage and transform himself into the Pokemon, into a type of, oh my god, I can't. Hold on. He changes his what's it called? Changes his typing depending on what hits him. So if he takes a dark attack, he'll become a dark type, and then any dark types will be like null and void, psychic, ghost. I mean, unless he takes an ice dragon, and then you can hit him with dragon. And like dragons are really only, or ghosts, I think, are the only real types that take super effective damage from themselves. So besides that, I mean, he won't really be hit with a ghost type attack anyway. But he can go further. He can take the types of opposing Pokemon, take the types of Pokemon on your team. Could change typing, like with Greninja. Protein could change the type depending on the attack he uses himself. And Kecleon has this like hidden thing about him that can go further and just really push. And Kecleon it has a great design. Gen 3 was so long ago, and I think that maybe it's time to revamp Kecleon. Alright. Now, another Pokemon that could really go far is yeah. Where are you? Torkoal! I mean, come on. He's this like internal volcano Pokemon, and he only like blows steam out. Like, evolve him into something that blows magma out. You know, like Macargo. Or just, come on, his design, he looks like he needs more muscles, more fur. Just, he looks like he is ready to evolve. Torkoal needs to evolve, in my opinion. So many Pokemon just get left at that single stage, and there's nothing special about Torkoal. Like, he doesn't have good attack, defense, or speed. He doesn't have any really cool special abilities, and he gets left behind a lot. And I say we should make him into a really good fire type in the next generation. But maybe we can make him into like Volcanion. I think that's how you say it. Volcaron? No. He turned him into a fire water type. He can make tsunami, he can make volcanoes, you know, just really push the ante with him. And let's see, the next one is Tropius. This one's gonna be a tough one to stop. Yes, Tropius. I mean, his design looks kind of mostly complete, but I feel like there's more that could be done with him. Give him more fruits. Look at his tiny little legs. Make him bigger, taller. Make him like really brawling. Like turn him into like Groudon size, and just like really push the ante with him. And he's another Pokemon that doesn't have that great of an ability. He has no special attacks. You can use him in some instances, but he will be washed by other Pokemon. And I feel like there's just so much to go with this Pokemon's design that I feel like it's incomplete and could keep going. Now this is a Pokemon not many people talk about, and I want to talk about him. Spiritomb. Spiritomb is a Pokemon that's a Ghost Dark type, was locked away in this Keystone type thing in Gen 4, but I feel like he has untapped potential. He's this spirit that was locked away. What was his actual body? What juggernaut of a creation was he that he had to be sealed away? What was his original purpose? You know, like with Hoopa, he's this tiny little thing, but then you give him this gorge thing, I think that's what it is, and explodes into something that's way larger than anyone thinks. And I feel like that same treatment could go to Spiritomb, make him evolve into something huge. Like, he looks like something that just needs to go further with everything. Alright, and now the next one I want to talk about is Unown. Unown is a Pokemon that has 28 different forms, 26 different letters, a question mark, and an exclamation mark. But I don't feel like it's done. Like, all of them get together. If you collect all of them, they'll finally evolve into this big thing that will summon Arceus or something, or it has the power of Arceus. Come on, have a Pokemon that's super weak, you can't use in battle, only knows hidden power, very low stats. I feel like they need to come together to make something big, like huge, like Alphabet Soup or something, or turn into another Juggernaut. And it's just Unown. I want to see go further. Like, I want more backstory into the beginning of Pokemon. Where did Unown come from? Who created them? What great powers are they holding back? Like, this is a Pokemon that has a hidden power somewhere, and I want to see it come out. I want to see what can happen with Unown. It's unknown of its abilities, but I want to find out. I want them to give us more lore, more backstory into the ancient realms of the Pokemon world. And then the last, but certainly not least, Pokemon that I want to see that could actually get an armored evolution, or any kind of evolution, will be my number one pick of Lapras. Oop. Lapras is a Pokemon that carries Pokemon around from one place to another, and it has a good defense, not that great special attack, but I feel like it needs to go a little bit further. You know, it could push the ante a little more and just give it, like, I could see Lapras be like a Steel Ice type or a Water Steel. It's just, it needs more armor. It needs to get brolic, like turn into a gigantic fairy Pokemon that could take whole cities with it, and just maybe it lives underneath the ocean. Maybe it evolves into Kyogre. No, I'm just kidding. That's way too far. But just give Lapras some more abilities to really go further with itself. You know, Lapras is a Pokemon that isn't utilized enough, and I want to see utilized more. And guys, that's my top picks for the Pokemon I want to see evolve in Gen 8. Remember, Gen 8 is twice 4, so maybe it can be an indication that we'll get some evolutions of old Pokemon, maybe evolutions of new Pokemon, third stages, some 2-stage evolutions. You never know, but there's a lot of Pokemon that I want to see evolve, and I hope Gen 8 brings us a lot of changes and a lot of differences. Alright guys, what do you guys think? Tell me down below of your choices of who you want to evolve, who shouldn't get an evolution, who's been dying to get an evolution, all that good stuff, and tell me what you're looking forward to most about Sword and Shield, because it's on the Switch, because it's mobile, anything. Please leave them down below, and as always, I'll catch you later.